Praise the Lord, good Jesus! If you're wondering why the stream cut off randomly, that is because I am very, very idiotic. I am stupid. I I cannot iterate how stupid I am. I was so excited, and in my excitement, I just so happened to forget. So I use OBS, and then I use SteelSeries. OBS is mainly for the whole presentation of the stream, overlays and such. SteelSeries I use as my audio mixer so that I can have different, different audio levels for my game. So it doesn't sound like doesn't sound crazy loud for me, but it's still at a good audio level for you guys. And so I hadn't opened SteelSeries yet, and because I hadn't opened SteelSeries yet, something was bugging. I was already streaming. I opened up SteelSeries, it wouldn't load, so it wasn't processing my audio. Okay, let's stop streaming. Let's reopen it up. Wasn't working. You know what? Let's close it back down. Let's close OBS. Open it up. Boom! It's working. Thank the Lord Jesus. Praise Muhammad. Praise Allah, Alhamdulillah, or whatever them says. I don't know how to speak Arabic. Praise Buddha. Praise Rasputin. Praise every single deity in existence that I am only a little stupid. I got it fixed, and now we are twiddling our thumbs in this lobby. I think we are waiting for Turbo Chicken like an absolute bellend. Ugh, can't believe we're waiting on a Turbo Chicken. But that is alright. We are live. This is PTRL Round 5. Now, if you're wondering, why there wasn't a round 4 on my stream, that is because it was Christmas time. I was at my parents' house. I did not, truthfully, now that it's in the past, it is easier to ask forgiveness than to ask permission. I really just didn't even feel like streaming. I got away with that one. I lied. And I said, well, I only half lied. I said to the admins, my internet at my parents' house is not very good. We live 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes away from a somewhat larger town. The internet is kind of slow. I think it may have been okay for streaming, but that along with my parents go to sleep a little earlier, and this goes from like my Eastern time 10 to 11:30 ish. I did not want to keep them up. Especially when my dad, he works construction, well, a sort of construction. He used to do roofing. you know Construction is still very heavy on your body. He's kind of old, so want to let him get his rest. And my mom, she's been sick over the last couple of years. She's perfectly fine now. She's on the up and up, but still want to let her get her nice and comfy rest. So you know truthfully, I didn't feel like it, but I had very valid reasons to also justify not being in the stream. Last week was their, oh, I forgot what track they run. Imola, I think they did. I'm not a fan of Imola. I suck at it. I mean, it's probably a fun track to watch, but whatever. We are now at Barcelona, Spain. I speak a little Spanish, and by a little, I mean I am fluent. But Barcelona, España. You gotta say it just like that, or you're not cultured. But finally, looks like Turbo Chicken has made his way in. We should soon see quali start, and I will then change over to the game screen and then talk a little bit about uh, current standings, last race results since I wasn't there to commentate. Just go ahead and give a little bit of context going into this race. You know what? I think everybody's mostly loaded in, so let's just go ahead and switch over to the driver standings. Let me pull it up on my phone because it's really hard to read through the OBS. Hold on. I took pictures. I know I did. I think. Yes. Okay. Driver standings. What we have is Gold Killer 4-5 in the Sauber, holding on to that first place. Um, First in Imola. So he has now gone 3 wins back to back to back. Very impressive. I have seen and I have heard that he drives all assists. Take from that what you will. Regardless, he is winning. Second place, we have Turbo, almost half of the points of Gold Killer, getting a 7th place at Imola. Not very good considering he went first in Australia, missed Japan, second in at Jeddah, and then 7th. Not very good. And then it looks like really the race is for second place. We have a lot of drivers Very, very close, fighting for second place. Do we have any first-time drivers from last time? Yes, La Pantera. That means the Panther, if you're not aware of that. His first race was at Imola, sixth place, not too bad. Same thing with Jules. As we have Deuces Ooses first out of the garages. But yes, what was I saying? Jules, first race at Imola, 10th place. Good to get points in your first race. Um, you know, just get a feel for the league. I don't know what team he drove for, but that is all right. Next, let's take a peek at the constructor standings. We are looking at Sauber. Um, a lot of points from Gold Killer 4-5, but his second driver, um, garnering a good amount of points as well to really solidify their lead. You could, I guess, liken it to Verstappen, Checo Perez. Definitely not Sonoda. Definitely not Liam Lawson in his times. But hey, it is what it is. Racing Bulls with Turbo Chicken, I think, if I remember correctly, yes, and Deuces. Again, same thing. Almost half of first place's points. But it is what it is. And Sauber actually, they're leading. They're winning these races without a single pole qualifying lap. That is, makes you think. It does make you think what the rest of the field is doing if they're allowing them to make up those positions in race. Now, never mind. I'm thinking of a different league. Disregard. But yeah, then we have Aston Martin in third with 42 points. Best finish is a third place. What else do I have here? Last race results. So last race, Turbo Chicken qualified pole position, Gold Killer 1-2 and Gold Killer 4-5, second and third. Um, nothing really too crazy as I look at this. Maybe I'm missing something, but you know, Turbo pole position, and as we can then tell from the actual final race results, it was the Saubers who got a 1-2, and then Turbo Chicken actually falling down to 7th after qualifying pole position. Is it race pace? I don't know. I mean, you see that for a lot of racers. They have very fast laps in qualification, but they just, something happens in the race. Maybe there was a bit of a strategy thing. As we see Deuces Ooses first across the finish line with a 1:14.1. I can't remember times for this track, but that does seem to be pretty quick considering that the Haas Mono is over a second slower. But hey, maybe a giant stick. People were complaining about me making the joke that a giant stick is a stick driving a Formula 1 car. You know what I think about that? Screw you. I don't care what you think. I'm the commentator. As we see, the Pickle Tickle and then Turbo Chicken beat out for the fastest lap. Maybe I should stop yapping and pay more attention to these race results. But I do believe that is the last graphic that I have up. Yes, that is it. That is the last one that I have prepared. So let us just cut all graphics away. Now we have the Berkey. That is not a name I have seen up near the top in anything. I may just be wrong. The Berkey 18th in the Drivers' Championship right now with a 12th in Japan and a 9th at Saudi Arabia. Is he on fire, or are everybody else's laps a little slow to start off with? Who may be on a flying lap that we would like to see? Hey, Stag GT, he was talking some mad raw rise. We see two drivers off the track. Looks like they're just allowing people to continue on their hot laps unimpeded as we see some slippage out of Stag GT. Hey man, run less mouth, run more track. Come on now, keep it in the limits. All right, that's enough of a hard time for Stag GT. Just had to get it off of my chest. Everybody, we have a white boy with motion in the grid. God forbid. I'm not even going to finish that. You know how that ends. But we do see a 144 from Gavin. Come on, Gavin. You need to be faster than a 144. Gornola, I remember that name. Who else do I remember from this league? I don't know. My memory is horrible. I do remember Primitive. Is White Boy with Motion a new teammate? I can't remember who drove with primitive that last race that I commentated, as we see somebody either crash out of qualifying or has gone ahead and retired from the session. Very curious indeed. And I do believe I remember that last race that I commentated at Saudi Arabia. Between In that Imola race, there was a whole controversy about whether or not to allow the pit entrance assist. So that is just it cuts instantly your speed from whatever your speed is down to the pit limit speed, and you can in almost every track you can gain a lot of time, not having to worry about slowing down going into the pits. And we see a loose wheel. Who has lost their wheel? What? Why is there a wheel on track? You know what? I am terrified. If this is what we're seeing in qualifying, I am terrified for what we will see in the race. I don't like the premonitions. I don't like what I'm expecting. The Berkey even faster. I think that was only maybe a couple thousandths faster, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and that was on a second run on the same laps. I mean, Barcelona has high tire degradation. I'm honestly impressed. This isn't glaze. This is just true objective fact. I am a little impressed. Um, but now that I think about it, I don't remember exactly what happened to the Gold Killers. Um, I don't wanna say. I think they did get kicked out just because of the whole controversy. There was just a lot of heated discussion going on. So we are gonna see Gavin 30 and the Berkey inherit the Sauber's points. Only in constructors, I think, is what they had decided on. So it looks like the Berkey will be able to kind of carry on a little bit of that Gold Killer legacy on track. Let us hope that none of the off-track shenanigans are carried on by the new Sauber drivers. Um, just real quick, always got to shout out the boy Sparkashira. He is the reason I commentate this league. He is the reason I have 15 more dollars to my name at the end of the night. So thank you, Sparkashira. Love it. Thank you so much for the money. You just, you bribed me essentially into staying up later on Monday nights, not Tuesday, Monday nights. Especially right now that I'm doing inventory at work, I have to go in an hour earlier. I do get out an hour later, but I have to go in an hour earlier, and that absolutely sucks. I hate it, but you know what? It's something new. It's a change of pace at work. I am mixed feelings. Mixed feelings. It is what it is. But let me see. Is anyone else seemingly on a hot lap? There might be a Williams? No, not that one. Red Bull? Yes. It seems. No, this is his out lap, so he will be starting his fast lap soon. There is an Aston Martin just ahead of him, but let's keep an eye on Deuces Ooses. He is very vocal in the Discord, so at the very least, he has earned himself a little bit of coverage in qualification. This is a short qualification session, meaning it says Q1, but really this is the only qualifying session. So however you finish here is where you will be for the race start. I'm no real expert at Barcelona. I'm a little slow on this track. I don't know. It's maybe like a mid track as far as my bad track to really good tracks go. Turbo Chicken now going even faster by almost a second. Maybe not. It's about 6/10. That is a massive improvement. And we have now seen the Berkey disqualified from the session for blocking the pit lane. What has he done? What have you done? You have gone from second place to last place, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a little dumb when it comes to F1 rules, but that is not what you want to see after being in second place. I mean, what have you done? This is amateur. This is beyond. This is worse than amateur. This is. I don't know. I don't know the word. I don't know the word. I just. I can't believe it. I don't know what to say. Sparkashira on a fast lap. Let us see. If he's over, if he doesn't have a negative sector time through sector 1, I will immediately cut off of him. You know what? I'm feeling hostile. I'm a hater. I'm a hater. I want to click off, but I'm a man of my word. He is going faster on this lap. But hey, I am heated. I was simply doing a two-player career mode with a friend of mine from another league. We were having fun. He was struggling a little, but he hasn't played since before Christmas, and he's on controller, so it is just a compounding issue on a compounding issue. But hey, I was doing pretty good. I almost got pole after starting, middle of the pack with a kick Sauber. No equal performance, kick Sauber. The car sucks. I almost pulled off a miracle, but it is 15, 20 minutes before the session is supposed to start. This session isn't going to start on time. I know it won't. Come on now. This is 20 people. Have you ever tried to coordinate 20 people into being somewhere all at the same time? It is nigh impossible. But as he goes, second and 1.6 seconds faster, but it is only enough for 5th place. He is still over a second slower than pole position. But hey, good improvement. I love to see it. 1.6 seconds faster. Who else? There's a McLaren, but I don't know if he is finishing his outlap. No, he has come into the pits, but there is a Mercedes. He improved by 2. No, this is his hot lap. But yeah, 15, 20 minutes before this was supposed to start, I was in a race, and I was not responding to a singular private message from Spark Hishira. Immediate panic ensues. Everybody's like, whoa, is he gonna be there? Whoa, what do we do? We have no commentator. 2 races in a row. Is he flaking on us? Is the $15 not enough? Let us calm down, everybody. Let us calm down. You're getting too distracted by what I'm doing, but instead you should be focused on what you should be doing, and that is going fast at Barcelona. It was crazy. You know what? But I love the love. I love the attention that I was getting. Ooh, everybody likes a little bit of attention here and then. And, me sitting here all alone in my apartment, that little bit of attention, that a little bit of a want from the people, from my fans. Whew, made me feel a little good. But at the same time, I was busy hunting down for a podium in a kick Sauber. I was thinking, hey, they're panicking. Giant Stick improves. He is now in 4th place. Will anyone even remotely challenge Turbo Chicken's pole qualifying lap? Fat chance is what it seems like. We do have a Haas, I think, on a flying lap. Or did he just finish? No. Did he just finish? I have no idea. I'm heated. I'm still heated about the whole. I'm trying to focus on my race before I have to commentate. Everybody's panicking, but you know what? Let's move on. Let us move past it. It has happened. It is in the past. Hakuna Matata, as my friend Timon and Pumbaa would say. I do love that movie. Very good movie. I don't know how many of you have actually watched that entire. Is it a trilogy? Is it 4 movies? I can't remember, because there's definitely the original Food Line. Lion King, not Food Line, Lion King. There's the Lion King #1, and then Lion King 2, but I don't think there's a Lion King 3, but I say trilogy because there is a Lion King 1.5, and that is, I don't know chronologically which ones were released, which one was released first, 1.5 or 2. Okay, so he is not on a flying lap, but there is an Alpine on a flying lap. Where is this Alpine at? He is, am I blind? Oh, he's right there, Gornola. But 1.5 is Lion King 1, but from the perspective of Timon and Pumbaa. And you know what? I love the movie. It was awesome. Maybe it's just nostalgia talking, but I really liked it. Okay, he is abandoning this lap. He was on a hot in lap, is what I would call that. Is that Haas also pitting? No, but we do have an Aston Martin on an out lap, now about to be on a fast lap. Can he improve on a 3rd place qualifying lap with 3 minutes to go? This is essentially quite possibly his very last chance to put in a faster lap. I really don't think he'll have enough time to finish this lap unless he abandons it early. If he abandons it early, he may have a very, very, very minuscule, good word, minuscule chance of getting into the pits, getting an outlap in, and crossing the finish line to at least have one more hot lap, as we see Bully Caesar continuing to plummet down. There is a yellow flag. What is going on? There was a McLaren, very slow on track. I don't know if he is, if he's heavily damaged if he spun out. It's very strange for someone to spin out. Nope, it looks like he was just allowing them to pass. It was on a straight. Um, let's settle down. Let us settle down. As we see, ooh, I'm gonna have to drink something soon. But as we see, Primitive now finishing up the last two turns for his hot lap. Nobody in front of him, no impedance. I do love to see the fair play in this league. Um, from everybody. Everybody seems to have pretty good etiquette, just not fast enough. Almost 8 thousandths of a second, no, hundredth of a second, sorry, slower than his fastest lap. So it looks like he will be a peak of third place for this session. We have a Haas also crossing after a Ferrari. They are on a flying lap. It looks like most everybody currently should be on a fast lap. There's a Williams about to cross the finish line. This is not him. This is the natural. 25 seconds slower. Is this his outlap? Yes, it was his outlap. Let's see. You were also on an outlap, so you are now starting your flying lap. Let's see. Who is... All of these guys are on their outlaps. Big Baby. I don't know who to watch. Who do I spectate? The Pickle Tickle. You know what? I love the name. Let's watch the Pickle Tickle. Getting started on his flying lap. We will see who is behind him. A Williams? Alpine. And Alpine getting some slipstream off of him. Oh, could this be some teamwork play? They came out, timed it so that Gornola, the one ahead, can get some slipstream. But what that means is it is critical for the Pickle Tickle to be faster than him, but only just about faster than him, unless they are not thinking that at all, and they are just both going for fast laps. Whether or not Gornola gets a slipstream or not is just entirely based on circumstance. We do see a similar gap between the, or a similar gap. I said the same thing that I was trying to correct. A gap similar to what they started with at the start of their hot lap. So, you know, maintaining a pretty equal pace. They do have very similar qualifying times so far, as we see people going ahead and retiring from the session as they are done for the time being. And we will see. I haven't been paying attention to the sector times, but it should be all right. We have chance from Jules, Hashira, 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 Hashira. Spark Hashira is in 8th place as he crosses the finish line. 4/10 faster. He has snuck his way into 4th place, very close to a pole position. Now, did both Alpines improve? Yes. Gornola, I don't know. Did he improve? But his teammate definitely improving, making his way up into P5 actually after a faster lap from Spark Hashira. Jules, you were on point. Hashira, Hashira, this Turbo Chicken kid, he might be rapid. He might be rapid at Barcelona. Now, I do wonder if he is I don't want to say that there's two different setups that you can aim for at Barcelona. You can do low arrow, high arrow. You know, aim for the straights or aim for the cornering. Me personally, I really do think a little more downforce means a little more on this track. That might just be me. That might be somebody who sucks speaking, but I don't know. I am very interested to know what everybody's setups are, especially Turbo Chicken's, considering he is 1.4 seconds faster than second place. Now, is this a quality warrior, or will he actually be able to maintain this pace during the race? That is very important. This track has high tire degradation. I mean, honestly, all your tires will be pretty cooked. I mean, all these long, fast, winding turns really wear down on those outside tires for whatever, I think it's left tires. I might be tweaking, I might be tripping, but I do want to say that it's left tires that go pretty quickly on this track. So definitely want to keep up on that. Hold on, I need to text my girlfriend. It has been over an hour. She is definitely a little angry at me. Let's not do that. I would recommend to keep your girlfriend happy, your wife happy, your situationship happy if that's what you're into. Your it is cuffing season, maybe the end of cuffing season, but hey, keep whoever you have cuffed happy. So one quick second. Oh, that is in-game chat. I hear myself through somebody's game. Gavin, get your mic away from your phone. I don't want to hear it. I shouldn't be hearing myself, hearing you, hearing me. Come on now. I'm just messing. I guess I just forgot to turn down voice chat volume. My mistake, not your mistake. Don't worry about it. I've already forgotten who you were. Not really. I know exactly who you were. But let us see. Incidents. What has happened? So speeding in the pit lane, simply a warning. Track limits. Yep. But the disqualification, blocking the pit lane from the Berkey. He may not have finished second place based on that initial lap, but he will be starting from the back if I am not incorrect. Yes, Jules. Yep, it has been game chat. I don't know if you realized that sooner than I did. I was very confused. Let me be honest with you. I was very confused. I still have not texted my girlfriend. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Let's settle down. Let's settle down. Just a moment of peace for me, probably. I may be dead after this stream. Okay, hold on. Discard all these notifications. Oh, my little brother's texting me. I don't care. I'm just kidding. Love him very much. Very cool guy. But yes, I will be taking a quick drink of some Arizona sweet tea. Please sponsor me, Arizona sweet tea. I would love it. I will be right back. I need to hydrate my beautiful vocal cords. So I will see you in a second. The Berkey, can I get another invite? Pal, I'm not a race admin. I mean, I would have to add you. Ah, I mean, I can check the Discord. Yes, you have asked in the Discord. Um, oh, yes. I may have made everybody panic by saying "oh no" in the Discord, but um all right. Everybody's worries have been put to bed. God, I hope we finish soon. I mean, I know I really beat that dead horse a lot last race. Okay, I did unmute myself. Um it's even worse now. I mean, not only am I going to be staying up till like midnight. You sound phenomenal. Lion King had me dying. Hey man, I grew up watching that movie. Um, Man, I could talk about a lot of old movies that I grew up on. Most of them on VCR, if you'd believe it or not. I am only 24 years old, about to be 25. So you would think, hey, you grew up in the early 2000s. You probably should have had mostly DVDs at that point, and hey, you'd be right. But guess what? When you're poor, you go garage sale, yard sale shopping a lot, and well, people don't get rid of brand new things. They get rid of very old things. And so, I had a VHS or a VCR, whatever it's called, VCR box. I had a very old, what were they called back then? CRT, I think, CRT TV screen with a massive hump in the back. I mean, very thick TV, massively thick TV. Could definitely kill somebody just dropping it a, a couple inches off of them. But I had that hooked up, and then very cool thing. I had this little like I don't even know how to describe it. It looked kind of like a big flat mouse, like computer mouse, and you would put the VHS tape in there, press a button, and it would rewind it for you. So I think back before that was a thing, people would have to manually rewind them themselves with like their fingers or something. I don't know, but yes, I can't tell you how much I miss those VHS tapes. I really should have, or not tapes, VHS movies. I should have kept them. I think my family got rid of them at some point or gave them to our neighbors because their kids were a little younger than us. Very similar situation. Not much money growing up, and so enough of the yapping. We are start. No, we can continue yapping. This is simply formation lap. As we see an Aston Martin kind of chilling and vibing. Um, but yeah, as they warm up their tires, super quick reminder before I continue yapping about what I like to yap about. This is PTRL round 5 at Barcelona, España. I say again, Barcelona. Participation Trophy Racing League. They pay me to commentate for them. They glaze me. I glaze them back just a little bit, but mostly I like to roast them. And hey, I think most of them have a little bit of a demeaning kink. I don't know if that's exactly how you would phrase it, what it's called, but they seem to really like when I shit talk them, when I really give them a lot of shit for anything, for everything and anything, and they seem to like it. I like to do it. So hey, who am I to say no to pleasing 20 plus people at night? I mean, hey, normally you'd have to go to an orgy for that kind of thing, but here all I have to do is sit in my slightly uncomfortable chair with a controller in my hand, nice monitor right in front of me, second monitor to keep an eye on things, and just talk to myself and to you guys for essentially an hour and a half for $15. That is what I'm paid. That is my current rate, I guess, for this league. So hey, they're coming in. We are soon to start round 5 of the PTRL Racing League here at Barcelona, España. Let me say it normal once, just for you weirdos. Barcelona, Spain, for the Spanish Grand Prix. But yes, I missed those VHS tapes as Berkey has rejoined. Good to see you, Berkey. Good job rejoining. I mean, I had the original Star Wars trilogy on VHS. Can you believe it? Those would, I don't know, would they be worth much money these days? Probably not. But hey, I had that. I had Mission Impossible, the first Mission Impossible on VHS. I have never been a big Fast and Furious fan, but I think I had the first Fast and Furious movie on VHS, if not the second. I really can't remember. Man, I miss those old movies. Enough about that. Everybody coming in to form the grid as we are about to begin the Spanish Grand Prix. As we see, oh no, never mind. I've learned through experience that when it says disqualification, it just means that it's perfectly aligned. But we are set to begin. As soon as these lights are out, we will have everybody immediately sprinting into turn 1. So let us see what we have as far as tire strategy. So we have Turbo Chicken in pole position, starting on the mediums, as we see a lot of ghosting heading into turn 1. Now, this turn 1 isn't as brutal as some other turn 1s, but it can be a little dicey as it is a chicane and then a long right-hand turn, very fast right turn, as we see plenty of people going off track. Nothing too crazy, does not seem like, but, oh, never mind. There may have been a collision. There are definitely a lot of people off track. Will this turn into a safety car? So far, not the case. As we see both Aston Martins making up ground on the softs. This is exactly what they were hoping for. Soft tires, get in front as soon as possible. As we see Julius Caesar in last place now. This may be the end of his race unless he can really, really make up a lot of time. Now, we do see, yes, 2 Aston Martins and Sparkus Shira, my man Sparkus Shira in third. Everybody's still pretty close together until we get into 10th place. 10th place has dropped back a little bit from everybody else. I can't remember exactly which league it was that gave me some constructive criticism about, maybe, as we see Turbo Chicken, he is off track. He is fumbling his race at the moment after qualifying P1 and having a second of a faster qualifying lap than the rest of the field. Turbo Chicken, if you're listening, you need to get it back under control. Take a couple of deep breaths. Listen to my voice. Channel your inner chakras. Take deep, calm, slow breaths. You are fast. You can do this. Because if you don't, you will not win after qualifying pole position. Come on, you need to pick up the pace. Let us now move back to the front of the pack. You see the 2 Aston Martins creating a bit of a gap between third place, Sparkus Shira. This is what they want to do. They have the faster tires. They do not want to allow the medium, slower tires behind them to stick within the DRS range and give themselves a boost. Now, we do see Primitive go off track. Primitive, what are we doing? You guys had a 1-2 super solid strategy. Maybe one of you holds back the rest of the field. And then the Berkey, a 10-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag? Has he overtaken somebody? But we do see the Tickle. He is now in third place. with the fastest lap. There is just so much movement going on. There is only so much that I can keep track of. My brain can only process maybe 1.5 things at a time. But we are seeing a million different moves being made from the midfield to the backfield to the front of the field. Sorry, I had to burp. That Arizona T is working its way back up. But hey, I am solely focused on commentating. I mean, we see Dummy maybe making moves on Too Angry in the Williams. Has he? Will he? We see a little bit of a lot of side-to-side action from the drivers in front of him, but he is not panicking. He is maintaining a very close chase to the cars in front. He has Too Angry and the Natural, the two Williams immediately in front of him. He is definitely really riding on their tails. We now see the Aston Martin of White Boy with Motion over a second ahead of Sparkus Shearer as we see Dummy lose out on a position from slipping off the track just a little bit. The Berkey now in 12th. Was he not near the back of the field? He's now in 12th. He's making up a lot of time, but he does have that 10-second penalty, so that will definitely be hurting his chances at making any sort of a comeback. We see Big Baby for the Red Bull with the new fastest lap. Where is he at? He is in 6th place as we see Turbo Chicken and Gornola changing positions. The only real close proximity near the front of the pack is Sparkus Shearer and the Pickle Tickle immediately behind him. And then immediately behind Pickle Tickle, we have a Giant Stick as they round this not so fast right-hander, but, you know, medium pace right-hander. Guys, my brain really can only process so many things as we see maybe a little bit of a not so much a move, but kind of unsettled Sparkus Shearer, but Sparkus Shearer having none of that. He is following his race pace, but maybe he was just a little slow in that turn because now Pickle Tickle is immediately behind him, headed through the end of this DRS zone and now into the last final turns before the long straight of DRS. But the Pickle Tickle, Sparkus Shearer, they two at the front, now back in DRS range of White Boy with Motion. White Boy with Motion, he is feeling the pressure. I don't know where exactly he may have lost time, but that is, you know, you want to maintain that gap, especially if they are out of DRS range. Will we see any kind of moves? Yes, we will see Sparkus Shearer initiate a move into the inside. Will he hold it? It is very difficult to take the inside on this hairpin, but nothing too crazy. No touching. Very clean racing. That is exactly what you love to see. Now, I need to pick just the right time because I have closed out of, or not closed, but I've minimized my OBS, so I can't keep track of chat. If any of you have been saying anything, don't think I'm ignoring you. I simply cannot see it because I am a little slow in the brain. But I mean, this is wheel-to-wheel action. When can I click off? There's just too much going on. You know what? We're going to chance it right now during these slow corners. Bing, bang, boom. There is a lot of chat going on. You know what? I am so sorry. God. Wait, I can scroll through the chat without clicking off. So let's see. Yo, Fridge, do you still commentate in PTRL? Brother, you are here. This is PTRL. You must recognize these names. You have raced with them before. My game crashed from the Berkey, RIP, but I think he did make it back. Hope they can make it through turn 1. They did do so very cleanly. Do your thing, man. Thank you. I will do that very thing. I will do my thing. Love to hear it. We have so many DRS chains. Just, you know, there's like a little bit of a front half DRS change as we see Sparkus Shearer making a move. He is now in first place on those medium tires. This is Turbo Chicken now also ahead of Gornola. He needs to, Gornola has to have slipped up because he has lost multiple positions in a single turn. But Turbo Chicken needs to continue to make up places. He did qualify P1. Can we get telemetry? Yes, Jules. Sorry, my bad. It was my personal preference. Hey, commentary is ADHD. All I need to do is make it official. All I have to do is go see a psychiatrist, and it is an official diagnosis. I don't think there's any question about it. The amount of things that I forget is ridiculous. You know, I struggle. I really do struggle. Maybe I need medication. But would medication prevent me from being this elite level commentary? Possibly. But hey, sometimes you gotta do what you have to do. But let's see. Let me keep continuing to catch up on chat. That's my boy Hashira. Win this shit. Let's go Hashira. Let's go Hashira. Am I biased? Yes, he pays me money. But hey, I love to see it. He is in first place. Holy hell. I mean, this is spectacular. And we see even through the DRS chain. Oh, he fakes a move. Hashira, not even phased. Not even phased. Is this my Hashira glaze phase? Do you like how that rhymes? I like how that rhymes. Hashira holding on to first even though he has medium tires versus White Boy with motion on softs through a very, very long DRS straight. That is very impressive as we see a giant stick. I think he made a move on Big Baby, not too sure. I was a little focused on Yap, but we now see only the front three in their own little group as Deuces Ooses fight to try and get back within DRS, and then Turbo Chicken, you know, just in that DRS range. DRS is massive on this track. You gain so much time or lose so much time by being in or not in that DRS range. I mean, this has been action-packed. We do have Bullius Caesar very far behind, with Primitive very far behind. I do remember seeing somebody say, Primitive cannot drive. You may be right. I'm sorry, Primitive, but they may be right. The haters aren't quite inaccurate at the moment. As we see the long DRS straight, will we see any kind of move from anybody? Sparkashira guarding the middle of the track. He is taking the inside. No, not quite enough pace for White Boy with motion through that straight, nor Pickle Tickle to take advantage of that outside line that Sparkashira allowed them to have. Sparkashira, is that gamesmanship? Is he getting in their heads, or is that just good, strong racecraft? I don't know. I am not good enough to tell the difference. Let us see. Chronico in the pit. Has he sustained damage? Or, what has gone on? I would assume he has sustained damage because this is a very, very early pit to see. Let's see. Anything else? A lot of not much proximity between people in the backfield. A lot of 1 second plus gaps. Really, the only people close to each other on track at the moment are the front 4, 5, 6, 7, the top 7. Socks, are we going to be dying soon? Brother, if they're not dying soon, they are dead now. We see a lot of hard pushing, especially from White Boy with motion. He was in the perfect position earlier. He was in first place. He had open air, clean air in front of him, better tires, and now he's in second. He has dirty air in front of him as we see a lot of moves. A lot of movement due to a pit stop from a giant stick. It seems that his tires have worn out. I mean, going softs at the very start of the race is a very aggressive game plan in Barcelona, in Spain. I mean, White Boy with motion, I think it is too late for him to really expect any kind of move into first now, because his tires are definitely going to be cooked, shredded, gone, finito, as they would say in Italy, I think. I mean, come on. You had your chance. You may have blown it. Pickle Tickle, he's licking his chops. He can smell it. He can feel the fear from White Boy with motion, as he has I would assume he has better tire wear because he has on the harder tire compound. But we do see the front 5 now back within a second of each other, so it is now a front-running DRS train. It's really all up to Sparkashira as he pits. An early pit from Sparkashira. This is intriguing. I don't want to say interesting too much. I've noticed that I say that a lot. Intriguing, to say the least, as he was the front runner, and he's switching to hards. Can he pull off 22, 23 laps on hards? Is he going one stop? I would be very, very surprised and impressed if he makes it all the way on hards. I mean, that'd be ridiculous. I cannot fathom it. Not for me, not for him, not for anyone. Is he capable? That would be a ridiculously crazy winning strategy. And if he pulls it off, he very well may be a genius. The Spark Hashira. Oh no, Hashira just blew it. Hey, maybe this is all part of the mind games. He is forcing Pickle Tickle, Turbo Chicken, and Deuces Ooses Yeah, he's not one-stopping. Hey, he could very well be because it is a very early pit. But as I was saying, it could also just be mind game, scaring them, frightening them with a little bit of an undercut. Does Pickle Tickle now pit to prevent that, or does he think he can maintain race pace through yet another lap? He seems to be staying out. He will not be pitting. Has Spark Hashira gone into the pits a little too early? Where has he ended up? He has ended up in 13th place. He has to make up a million positions very quickly. He does not want to be stuck behind all this dirty air, all these slower drivers, as we see a lot of people pitting. Big Baby in the pit, Berkey in the pit, Too Angry, Gornola all in the pits. We see the front six all. Duba Softs hasn't pit yet. He just pit. So Gavin, very late pit stop with the softs. I mean, near the back of the field, very little to hope for. Okay, let me not make it sound so mean. As we see maybe a move from the Mercedes going side by side into the long right. The Mercedes going all the way around, and he has made the move. But will the Ferrari make a secondary move? Nope. He will stay conservative right behind him. He will bide his time. He now will have DRS on a giant stick who will not have DRS. So this could be a crucial moment for Spark Hashira. I said Ferrari. I've been watching Spark Hashira. I should know it's Spark Hashira. But Spark Hashira now will get DRS twice through two straights. Right behind a giant stick. No, has he fallen behind? He will not be getting DRS in this zone. He will definitely need to be dumping some battery or not. He will be gaining. Oh, he was within reach. He has slipped off track. This is not good. He very well may be selling. Will Turbo Chicken be making a move? I see that he's very close heading into these first couple of turns. We see the natural and D Mummy pitting, undercutting probably at a more a more reasonable lap. So when will Pickle Tickle, Turbo Chicken, Deuces, Oozes, and Mono be coming in for brand new tires? I mean, they seem to be on a more, I don't want to say intelligent, but on a more reasonable, a more expected strategy, making their mediums last a good amount, keeping up a good race pace, and then switching onto hards to have a one stop in Spain. It is challenging with 33 laps, but it is very doable if you have the smooth driving. Just Hashira, he can probably make it. Not gonna lie, it's going to be tough. It is going to be very tough. It very well, honestly, may come down to pure discipline. He may he may just be limiting his pace and not actually pushing hard on those tires and just banking on people doing two stops. But I really don't think that will be the case, as Pickle Tickle, Turbo Chicken, Deuces continue to do another lap on their mediums. You've done 23 laps on hards before. Hasn't been at Barcelona, because Barcelona, as we see a move from the Pickle Tickle, will he make a stick as he has to go all the way around? No, he will not. Happy to stay behind him for the time being. But is that 23 laps at Barcelona, as we see a giant stick now making a move into 5th place. 23 laps on hards at Barcelona in dirty air, that being the key factor, is very difficult. Is it possible? Yes. But how much time are you potentially losing? I believe it. But hey, you drive with all assists apparently, so how much can we really believe what you say? Just throwing that out there, just inciting a feud, adding fuel to the fire. All love here. It's just part of my job description. But okay, I saw yellow. It looked like it may have been a safety car, but yes, look, it is all love. It is all respectful roasting as far as I'm concerned. Turbo Chicken, one of the two. Yes, I mean, they should. Maybe at some point. Are they going to stay out for yet another lap? It looks like they will. The top two are continuing to run on their mediums. I mean, we're getting close to insanity. This is ridiculous. Turbo Chicken and Pickle Tickle. Turbo Chicken, actually, now that I realize, has made up a million positions from his slip up earlier. He is now in first place, but he does have the oldest tires on track, along with Pickle Tickle and Deuces Oozes. I mean, they are. I hate that it's so on the nose, but they are literally playing a game of chicken at the moment. Who will pit first? As we see a Ferrari very slow on the track. Could it be Bullius Caesar? It very well may be. I do believe it is Bullius Caesar. We see Sparkashira now in 6th, Gornola making a move into 13th. They're hoping for safety car. God, man. I mean, if we haven't had a safety car so far, it is crazy to think that there will be one soon. They have the oldest tires. If anybody's going to be struggling for grip and for stability in their tires, it's going to be them. Not going to happen unless someone forces it. That is what I'm saying. It is going to be very difficult to expect. Not difficult, but very. You just can't expect a safety car this late. What's the lap times if first? Oh, of first. We're seeing a 117.9. These aren't very rapid laps. They are definitely starting to feel the effects of these 14 lap old mediums. Um, let's see, Stag GT in last place. Hey man, he was talking some mad rah-rah. I hate to say it again. Hashira. What is Hashira lapping? We will have to wait to find out. But Hashira a little bit behind some medium tires with Big Baby on mediums now in DRS range. Let us see. Undercut, powerful, and hard here. See, do we just know something that they don't, or do they know something that we don't? What is their tire degradation? I'm curious to know. I am very curious to know. Not something that we can see. We can only see telemetry, but will they finally pit on this lap? I mean, this is crazy to think that they've gone 14, almost now 15 laps on medium tires. Are they really holding up pace that well? Is that why? They got to be at 70%. It's not that outlandish to think that they'd be close. Maybe not. We see Pickle Tickle now pitting Turbo Chicken. The ball is out of your court. The decision has been made by the Pickle Tickle. You now have to respond. He has forced your hand. Deuces now also pitting Turbo Chicken, the last in this game of chicken. He is the last one standing. But will it be the wrong decision for him? Because it really depends on where he'll come out of the pits, because we are seeing Sparkashira now moving up into 4th place. He did pit 6 laps before onto hards. So near the end of the race, Berkey, let's go, baby. Fastest lap on hard tires. Very impressive to see. But it will depend for Turbo Chicken on where he comes out of the pits, as we see most everybody, you know, a little bit of a sporadic separation between everybody, as we see Primitive now in 15th place. The Aston Martin not feeling too good at the moment. He will probably need to pit once again. 10 lap old mediums this early in the race, he's not going to like how they feel. Turbo Chicken, will you finally pit? You have no choice. You will come out behind it. White Boy with Motion, it seems like you have lost too much time sticking on to those mediums for so long. Where will he come out of the pits? He could even finish. He could come out even behind Sparkashira, or if not, very close. Sparkashira now being near the top of the field. He will have the oldest tires of these front runners, except for Giant Stick. Actually, now that I noticed, Giant Stick will have these slightly older tires. Where will Turbo Chicken come out? I underestimated how much time you lose in this Barcelona pit lane, because he will now be. Where is he at? Turbo Chicken in 4th. Okay, I was looking at the wrong dot. I'm sorry, but he has come out in 4th. White Boy with Motion, 2 seconds ahead of a Giant Stick, who is also just about 2 seconds ahead of Sparkashira, who has no battery left. He may need to work on managing that battery just a little more. Turbo Chicken then 2.5 seconds behind Sparkashira. Almost another 2 seconds between him and Big Baby, who is immediately followed by the Pickle Tickle. We see a Sauber. Is that Gavin? I do believe that is Gavin. Gavin, one of the replacement drivers for the Gold Killer drivers, not exactly living up to the Sauber reputation, but Berkey doing his best actually to continue the Sauber domination. Not looking too great, but honestly, if he salvages points in this race, it'll be fine for now. They have a very big lead. Maybe Barcelona is not a track that they are strong at. But really, the only close battling we see are maybe between 2 Angry and Elite Ninja in 15th and 16th respectively. And then Mono, Chronico, and Primitive almost fighting for points. Blinky and Deuces Ooses. Hashira going to go on mediums and hopefully hang on. It's gonna be tough. It's going to be tough. He needs to be fast right now that his hards are worn in, nice and hot. This is when he needs to make positions. Um, he has no choice. He has absolutely no choice. As we see Pickle Tickle now ahead of Big Baby in the Red Bull. I didn't even take a sip of Arizona tea. I will take one quick second. I can feel my throat drying up. Give me one quick second. Ah, that was very delicious. But we do see Sparkashira now, 6/10 behind a giant stick. He is pushing hard on those hards to catch up to these two medium tire front runners. As I was saying, really, the only other close battling maybe between Big Baby D Mummy and the Natural for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Everything else, aside from what we are watching right now, is a little separated. Not much to see. It would have to come down to forcing track limits a little bit. D Mummy now ahead of Big Baby actually, but as I was saying, it's gonna be entirely pure race pace with no DRS if you want to catch people ahead of you for a lot of these midfield racers. Sparkashira making up a lot of time in this DRS straight, but not enough to make a move, or maybe not brave enough. It would be a very dangerous shot up into the inside if he were to send it. So maybe he is happy to stay a little bit behind and pick his moment, pick his time. Maybe Giant Stick is feeling the pressure and can make a mistake, allowing Sparkashira to have a very easy overtake instead of forcing anybody's hand. White Boy with Motion, very happy to be where he's at, almost 3 seconds ahead of Giant Stick on newer tires. So, very, very good place for him to be in. Sparkashira, has he lost that DRS? He might have snuck it in just enough. I don't know. He's keeping it very close. I do think he got that DRS to now be almost 5/10 behind a Giant Stick, but it looks like a Giant Stick is slowly outpacing Sparkashira. Sparkashira needs to catch up soon if he wants any kind of a chance to move back into his first place that he had at some point in this race. Yes, not much else going on aside from these not top, but the second, third, and fourth place drivers. We see too wide. Sparkashira making a move up the inside. Like I said, it is a little risky. He has forced the Mercedes wide. There was a sandwich, and the Mercedes has, I think there was damage. Not what you want to see. There may be an incident report of that, or it may just be a racing incident. That is, at the very least, action to see. A Giant Stick now, a second and a he's losing time. He's losing time. He has to have seen damage. The Pickle Tickle now will want to make a move. Big Baby now ahead of the Berkey. Berkey barely hanging on to points at the moment. We still have 13, 14 laps to go. There is still a lot of time to catch up, get a little farther into the points. We see Turbo Chicken now 4/10 behind Sparkashira, and the Pickle Tickle. Is he gaining or is he maintaining pace behind the Giant Stick? I can't tell, but Pickle Tickle will have the better tires as the Giant Stick is now on 11-lap old medium tires. They will be feeling quite a bit of tire wear. That was a racing incident, I do believe. Was it a little boneheaded for somebody to try and go 3 wide as we see a Giant Stick pit? Yep, to be expected. Those were very old medium tires. He is doing that 2-lap or the 2-stop strategy. Will it pay off though? Will he be switching to softs or mediums? Most likely mediums. This would be a lot for softs. No, hards. A very late switch to hards. Very interesting. Who knows if he will have the pace on those hards? Honestly, maybe. This, again, very high tire degradation track as we see Primitive making a move and a Giant Stick continuing to fall from that pit stop. I already forgot what I was saying beforehand. Oh, the racing incident. Was it a little boneheaded from, I forgot, was it Pickle Tickle who came up behind the Mercedes Giant Stick? My memory's a little fadey. It's a little touch and go, but was it a little too aggressive to force an almost 3 wide through that first chicane? I don't know. At the very least, I did get it on coverage, so it'll have a lot of scrutiny under it. I don't think anybody should get penalized, really, not by the looks of it, as Pickle Tickle goes a little deep. okay, not too much time lost. He will stay within DRS for this long straight. He might. I can't remember if it's 5/10 or 6/10 that you can make up in this long straight, depending on your setup. But either way, having DRS on this long straight is very critical to catching up. White boy with motion now pitting. He is also on a 2-stop strategy. Will anyone go on a 1-lap strategy? I mean, it, like I said, it would have been very, very difficult. Maybe the only person capable of doing that would possibly be Pickle Tickle and Deuces Ooses. I can't remember how many times they pit. I think I can pull that up. Give me 1 second. Which one is it? Stops. Yes, we have seen a 1-stop so far from Turbo Chicken. He has 5-lap old tires, so he very well could make it work. Who else has only 1 stop? Primitive has only just pit. Nope, that's his 2nd stop. I lied. Yeah, really. I mean, Bullius Caesar looks to be trying to make up time by only doing 1 stop. But has he lost too much time from the tire degradation? I do not know. But it does seem the Turbo Chicken has the power. He is in first place with the freshest tires of the front 5. Has he made up every bit of time that he needed to from his strategy? Pickle Tickle right on Sparkashira. Can Sparkashira defend going through this final 2 turns and in that long DRS straight? I really don't think he can. Turbo Chicken now the fastest man on track. Turbo Chicken in the lead, putting in the fastest lap. That is pinnacle racing. That is exactly. I know it's saying that a lot as we see a move from Pickle Tickle. Clean move to move ahead of Sparkashira on the half as old tires. 7 laps compared to 13 laps. But Turbo Chicken, I say it a lot, it is exactly what he needs to be doing. Going as fast as he can. You know, build up a good lead, but he does need to watch for that tire degradation. Just because he has the newest hards in the front doesn't mean that he can just all out push. He needs to maintain a little bit in the tank for the last stages of this race. Yeah, we see a lot of separation in the grid. We may even see some lapping from the front from Turbo Chicken and Pickle Tickle on Gavin, potentially Stag GT. Stag GT, let's go. You are not in last place. I believe in you, my man. I believe in you. I was talking trash, but I believe in you. I believe in everybody in this league. I love to see this racing. Honestly, I think I might have said this in the other race that I commentate on Sundays. I might have glazed their racecraft. I might have glazed how clean they race. But look, this is truly impressive clean racing. I mean, I might be wrong. I may be misremembering. But I think there's only really ever like 2 racing incident reports at the end of each race, aside from last one. So, you know, now that I think about it, White Boy with motion, fastest man on track. I think that was 3/10 faster than Turbo Chicken's time. Where is he at? White Boy with motion in 6th place. 2-lap old tires that will have to last 9 laps. Can he make that work? Honestly, I do believe he can. Can he make up a lot of time? Sparkashira, Berkey, they may have to do a pit stop. I mean, this is going to be a long time to go. Yes, they're still on 1 stop. This is crazy. This is a lot of fast racing and a lot of very thought out strategy, quite possibly. Or if not, we're, you know, very good off the cuff what's the word improvisational strategizing. We do see Pickle Tickle making up a lot of time on Turbo Chicken. Is Turbo Chicken losing grip of the race? Is he losing control? He is now only 2 9/10 ahead of the Pickle Tickle on newer tires. He makes it back up to 3 seconds, but he was at one point 4 seconds ahead. He needs to maintain a good pace to stay ahead of Pickle Tickle. He has the fresher tires. There is no excuse other than he sucks. I can only say that a little lightly because he is in first place with what appears to be the superior strategy, as he has only done 1 stop and is ahead in this race. I mean, he will have to make these tires last another 8, 7, 9, I can't do mental math, laps. And so far, he's barely maintaining pace ahead of the Pickle Tickle. Yeah, there's really no battling going on at the moment. This is true, pure race pace. Who has, as we see somebody off the track rejoining, but he is a ghost. That looks to be a Sauber. Yes, it is green. It is a Sauber. Could be Gavin, as he has now been lapped, I do believe. It was Gavin. He has been lapped. He is, he's on 11 lap old tires. I mean, he may just not, I don't know. You know what? Let's let Gavin be Gavin. He is pitting, so he has at least realized that he needs to get off those tires. Good on you, my man. But yeah, apart, now that we, God, I cannot speak English. What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to vocalize, are the thoughts in my head that do not make any sense. So, what I'm trying to say is, initially, first half of this race, we saw a lot of wheel-to-wheel action. We saw a lot of movement up and down the grid, but now we seem to have settled in to essentially what was pre-DRS racing. There is no DRS. I don't even think they had battery back then. I'm pretty sure they didn't have battery back then. It is purely up to you, the car, and the track. How fast can you push your vehicle on this track? I mean, this is nice. This is very zen of the race. I mean, there's not much for me to say. This is new to me. So, you know what? Let's take this opportunity. How are all of you? I'm doing quite mediocre. It's a mediocre night. Nothing too crazy. Very chill, very relaxed. I am very hungry though. I will say that. Maybe I should have eaten earlier, but hey, it is what it is. Turbo Chicken is holding on to those 3 seconds as we see a McLaren coming out of the pits. That is White Z hitting onto mediums. Those should last him for the rest of the race, but who knows. I mean, he is a whole minute ahead of Gavin. Stag GT, White Z, not much in danger of getting last place, but also you're not getting points, so at the very least, take this as practice. Work on your control. I don't know, just relax, vibe, put on some music. We do see now somebody within DRS. Will we see some battling for the first time in what has been several minutes now? D-Mummy chasing a giant stick. They have the same age tires. Who has the faster pace? And not even that. Does D-Mummy have just enough pace to make a move with the help of these very long straight DRS zones? He has a lot of batteries saved up. Um, is this good ERS management or is this bad ERS management to have 94% this late into the race and not even recently after pitting? So, is he conservative on the battery or, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been watching long enough, but he is slowly slipping behind even with the help of DRS. He's gone a little wide there, or is this just his racing line? He will have this very long straight, but I really don't think he'll have enough of a time on this DRS straight to really make up that much time. He will not have a chance to make a move unless a giant stick is slow in that turn and on exit. He may lose his position for what was maybe a second of a lapse of judgment. Just no bravery from D-Mummy. Easily could have sent it, but hey, you know what? Maybe just wasn't feeling it, and that's alright. You have to trust your instincts. We do see White Boy with motion now, very close to Deuces Oozes in the V-Carb. I mean, who do I watch? Do I watch White Boy with motion? Do I watch D-Mummy? I mean, after D-Mummy's little cowardly, cowardice, lack of initiative to take that position when he had the chance, maybe I should stick with White Boy with motion. D-Mummy, if you're not gonna make that move, maybe you don't deserve to be on camera. Just jokes. I'm just joking. If any of you know that reference, just joking. I'm just joking. I said it kind of wrong, but hey, that's kind of what it is. It's oh, what's that show called? I don't even watch the show. It's from a comedian. Wow, I can't even think of the name. But hey, White Boy with motion now, 2/10 behind, going into this DRS straight. He definitely will have the speed to make a move. He has low battery, but can he make this a nice clean move? He has, going back wide and clean through Deuces Oozes, who has very old hard tires. He will have to make those hard tires last the rest of the race. He's definitely feeling it now. Is he feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Okay, I had to fit that one in. Sorry. I just had to. We see a Mercedes spinning. Was that Elite Ninja? Quite possibly. I think it was Elite Ninja because he has. I don't know actually. Who was that? No idea. Doesn't really matter. But we do see now Berkey 4/10 behind Spark Hashira. Can Spark Hashira hold on to a podium? It looks like he will not have an opportunity to get into first place where he once was. But what he can do is defend third place with his life. He can hold on to podium and be very proud to say that he will be finishing third place. But he will, I mean, do, do I don't know, man. I do you allow him to get through on this straight and conserve some battery? Is Sparkashira? Sparkashira is not conserving any battery. That will be Berkey now ahead of Sparkashira. But Sparkashira, these DRS straights are very powerful. You can definitely overtake in, maybe not in that first DRS zone through Sector 2. So maybe second to last lap, lap 32, you make your move. Right now, just hang tight behind Berkey. Conserve your battery. Save your battery. But he is now... No, he has lost it. He is 1.5 seconds behind Berkey. Berkey with just too much pace. What a comeback from the Kick Sauber. Hanging out in the middle of the pack now in third place. Hunting a podium finish for the Saubers. Carrying on the momentum that the Gold Killer brothers, cousins, inbred family, I don't know what they were, the legacy that they have left behind. Gavin struggled a little bit, but you know what? We all struggle from time to time. That is okay. We see Elite Ninja now ahead of Mono, who is hanging on to points. Primitive, not Primitive. Big Baby seems to have 10th place under wraps. Primitive almost 10 seconds behind him. I mean, really, it looks like every single position on the grid right now is completely solidified except for a Giant Stick and D Mummy. But D Mummy will be coming into the very long pit straight with DRS the whole way. So can he make a move? It will depend on his exit. But let's take a quick look at Mr. Turbo Chicken, our race leader, spinning out, losing a lot of time early on in the race. Now looking very strong to finish this race in first place. Really, all he has to do is keep it under control, bring it in. He does not have much to gain by pushing. He has everything to lose. What happened to Hashira? He fumbled it. He really, really fumbled it. He just lost too much pace on his very old hard tires, but he has made it up positions to fourth place. I can't remember exactly where he qualified. I think he qualified around third place, was it not? Third, fourth, fifth. So yeah, I mean, he blew it. He was in first place for a little while with what seemed to be a very good strategy. So, let's take a quick look, actually. Yes, Turbo Chicken, Pickle Tickle, all, I was criticizing them a little bit for making their mediums last so long, but it seems to be that they made the correct decision. As we see White Boy with motion very close to Sparkashira as Giant Stick makes a move on Deuces now into 6th place. Big Baby still locking up 10th place. Almost guaranteed points if he keeps it under control. Same thing with Natural. Almost guaranteed to be 9th, but can he make a late stage move on Deuces as Deuces pits? Deuces, whatever you just decided to pit for has very likely put you outside of points if you're not careful. The Aston Martin of Primitive chasing you down very, very quickly as we see a Giant Stick now moving ahead of D Mummy. He should have pit so early. I mean, he did pit so early, and it cost him. He went one stop. He pit earlier than Turbo Chicken and Pickle Tickle, and he lost too much time on that. Deuces is now outside of points. I mean, what is he doing? He has now come out over 10, almost 20 seconds behind points, behind 10th place. A bit of a miscalculation has to be. There is no way he intentionally pitted thinking, oh, I can make up the time in one lap. I don't know. Hashira making a run. He is making a run, but I think it may be too little, too late for him. We will see now on the final lap as he rounds the first chicane. Turbo Chicken looking solid to finish this race in first after losing control so early. It said he left 3 laps ago. God dang it, man. What? Why are we leaving? Why are we leaving? You lagged out? Excuses. Get better internet. You cannot be fumbling like this. God dang, man. Is this amateur hour or what is this? But whatever. We see our race leader, Turbo Chicken, 21. Solid in first. Pickle Tickle, also same thing. Solidified in second place. It seems like Berkey, the new Kick Sauber driver, in third place. Then White Boy with Motion chasing Berkey, but very unlikely to make any kind of a move this late. Sparkashira in fifth after leading the race for a good amount of time. Strategy just was not it. We will now see Turbo Chicken. Last two corners. Your Barcelona Spanish Grand Prix race winner here in the PTRL fifth round. Turbo Chicken, what a comeback. Spinning off track, making up all this time on a one stop in Barcelona, 33 laps. Impressive. You know what? There will be no glaze, but I am very impressed as we see somebody spinning out. A kick Sauber. Is that Gavin once again? Quite possibly. No! It was Berkey! Berkey has fumbled his podium! Berkey, what are we doing? Giant Stick, the Mummy, the Natural, Big Baby, and Primitive finishing out the point positions. Berkey. Berkey. What have you done? What have you done? Am I wrong? Was he not in third place? Podium finish for Berkey? Dropping to fifth? I mean, fifth is no snuff, but Berkey. Bark. You are not that dog. What have you done? 85% wear ain't no joke. Brother, you had more than 5 seconds, I think, in front of the place behind you. All you had to do was bring it in safely, and you did not. You really did not, and that's rough to see. But hey, very proud of you. You have, at the very least, done okay in your Kick Sauber debut. Yeah, I mean, Turbo Chicken, race winner. Um, the Kick Sauber team. You know, I mean, there's still so many points for the whoa, he's breakdancing. Oh my lord, that's crazy. I didn't even know that was a celebration. But I mean, there is just so much. I mean, Gold Killer now being last to fifth with 10-second, I'll take it. Hey, you're right, you were last place. Even more impressive. Give it up for the Berkey. It's different from the Gold Killer streak. Oh yes, I mean, Gold Killer not in the league anymore. I mean, he can't win. He doesn't have enough points to be like, oh, you know, I'll win even though I'm not in it anymore. But we have race winner Turbo Chicken. Good job at commentary, brother. Thank you, Jules. I may just be missing your name in this race. I don't know if you were racing. Fastest lap set by White Boy with Motion. Most overtakes by Big Baby. Berkey, driver of the day. Absolutely spectacular. Could have been even better. Elite Ninja, cleanest driver. I don't know. I didn't see much of that, but GG for comment. Thank you. I mean, this has been the. Oh, let me grab this. Actually, I almost forgot to last time. Let me grab this, just so the league can grab this from my stream. That should be more than enough. But yeah, this has been the PTRL fifth round at Barcelona, España. I mean, what a race! What a race! Very action-packed for the first maybe 60%, 75% of the race, and then kind of settled in. Any kind of movement would be entirely due to spinouts, loss of control. But hey, give it up for Turbo Chicken. You know what? Still give it up for Berkey. Last place, getting disqualified for obstructing the pit lane, whatever he was doing. To fifth place, should have been third place, but hey, very good racing overall from everybody. Very clean, very nice. So that should be it. I would consider doing interviews, but it is so late when these races finishes that truthfully, I can't be asked. I really can't be asked. Up the amount of money I get, and maybe I would, but truthfully, it is late. I need to, I guess I'll just, my dinner will be cereal, is what it is. But hey, this has been the PTRL Round 5 at Spain, the Spanish Grand Prix, ending with Turbo Chicken, the race winner. Thank you so very much for joining me and joining this league. I know they love it. I love it. We all love it. Thank you very much. I'm the Fridge Gamer. I hope you enjoyed. And, have a good night because I will have absolutely no sleep before work. But hey, it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week.